Hey guys, my name is Chidima. Welcome back to my channel. I'm in a new space. So sorry I've neglected you guys, but we're back. Anywho, we're doing, as you can see, you see what's going on. This blue-green look we got going on. I had this look in mind, so I was like, you know what, why not? Let's do it today. Because again, why not? So definitely stick around. I'll show you guys the products that I use and everything. And even if you don't have the same products that I have, that is okay. Makeup is to be fun, to be creative, think outside the box. Anywho, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm ready to fight. My mic was not recording when I said that first beginning, and we're already in this. So you know what? Hi, welcome back. We're doing a blue-green look today. I looked down and realized my mic was not on. I turned on everything else but this. It's fine. It's totally fine. We just started. So pretty much, like I said in the beginning, I'm aiming to do a blue-green look. And right now I'm just being creative with this. I had in mind of something of how I want to do it, but if y'all know me, I just kind of go with the flow and then it just ends up tying in together in the end. So right now I'm using my Morphe 35B palette, as you see. I just went in with this blue right here. So now I'm about to go in with this green, and then I'm just kind of free flowing at this point. But y'all are more than welcome to follow along. I'm just so glad I looked down and realized this thing was not on. It's fine. Woes of recording, guys. The woes of recording. Ooh, okay. So I had this in mind. So I did like the blue one side, I'm doing this green this other side. Again, I'm just going with the flow. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I'm trying to do something. And I just seen another color spot my eye, and I'd never seen this color before in my palette. It's been there, but it just caught my eye. So I'm about to show y'all right now. But right now it's gonna look a little messy, so that's okay. Just, you know, just apply it in. We'll blend in later. We're gonna blend in. Going in, this brush I actually got from NYX. I got this years ago, literally years ago. I forgot what it's called, but I've had this brush for literal years. So we're just gonna smooth out the edges. So yeah, I would say depending on how you wanna go for your looks, in between each eyeshadow steps more technically, definitely just blend that out, like at least the outer. So it's giving a little control. So now when it comes to right here, because I'm gonna apply the shimmers here, but I seen this color. I don't know why I looked down, it just popped out to me. I'm like, God, you know me. Look at this blue. Well, I don't know, it's like a bluish green. Like you see it, like this one right here. Look how stunning that is. I'm like, ooh, I've never touched this color actually. So we're about to go for it today. So I'm going in, this one is my It brushes by Ulta. No, for Ulta. My It brush, that's the name of it. IT Cosmetics, whatever. I'm using the brush 322. I like this to apply this mostly all over my lid because I like how flat it is. So I like how, pretty much, let me just show y'all. So I'm grabbing the shade I just showed you. I just like how flat it is, and I can just apply it. Okay, I need to add more pigment, more color, obviously. Okay. Oh, this is pretty, actually. Why have I not ever used this color, guys? What the heck? Anywho. So, okay. So it's gonna be a little messy. Okay. Okay, this is actually a really pretty color. The fact I've never used this color is beyond me. That's actually insane. But this is actually very pretty. And I'm adding this on my lid because I feel like it just gives the shimmer a more of a place to pop. I mean, you could just apply it directly on, like, you know, when you apply your primer, but I'm trying to explain this in the best way because in my head it makes sense, but to explain it out loud, that's like a totally different thing. But how would I explain it? It just makes the shimmers pop in my opinion. I'll just say it like that. It just makes the shimmers pop in my own opinion. So yeah, I'm just applying this all over. And then I'm gonna actually go back and have the green. This is freaking pretty. But I'm still gonna add the shimmer. This is pretty though. Like, no, this is actually really pretty. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so now sometimes, and it's okay to go back, like when you're applying your crease, because sometimes it can get lost in the sauce. So it is totally okay to go back. So I'm going back and then, I'm going back in, where did I touch? Right here. I'm going back in with this green right here. So I'm just gonna put that like in the inner of my crease so it could just pop out a little bit because I feel like it's kind of fading away because of the blues. So we're gonna apply that. This looks so pretty. Yeah. Okay, I love it when my creativity just comes through. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my Lightwork Volume 4 palette. My thing is, I'm trying to figure out what green I wanna do. I always love Escapism. This shade right here, like I'm so sad I'm hitting pan. This color is so freaking pretty. And I promise you, I wish Miss Danessa can literally come out, like she came out with some color sticks recently. I'm like, can you put that in a color stick or something? Put it in a little pan, something, because this color is so pretty. Let's see. Okay, so I took some out of body and I feel like it blends in. Honestly, it blends in like perfectly. Which is not bad, I want to stand out a little bit, but it blends like literally so perfectly, guys. But if you know me well enough, I may start to lean towards Escapism because Escapism gives me that, you know, let me see. Escapism, be that girl. Like I said, I also have the Chrome Flake as well that I most likely will use, but I just want Escapism to like pop out and do your thing for me. Yeah. Yeah. Are y'all seeing the vision? Are y'all seeing the vibe? So yeah, Out of Body is pretty, and I feel like if I ever, which I most likely will, if I use those shades again, I'll definitely just like add that like a little neutral shimmer. I don't know. But this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just blend just a little bit on top, not too much. We're just gonna blend and just blend like that. Just a little bit, not too much. Now, okay, so I want to now go in with the Chrome Flake from Danessa Myrics. So it's in Moonlight, and I wanted to, okay, I feel like I can use my fingers for this. I mean, not saying you can't use your fingers, but I usually use a brush. I feel like I need a brush for this because the way this is like buried in here is ridiculous. I'm gonna apply this Chrome Flake, and I want to apply it around here. Like I just want to be looking just fantastic, fantabulous. Okay, so I have Moonlight. I have Moonlight. I'm looking like, I don't think it really made that much of a difference to me, but whatever. We're gonna make it work. If it was maybe more blue-ish, then maybe, but you know, it's okay. It's giving something, so. I feel like it's blending in, you guys, but that's okay. This is why I say I vibe and do things along the way. At the end of the day, it's gonna look good. I'm always gonna get compliments regardless. It's just, okay, this is not really giving what I thought it would give. Probably because of the colors, but whatever. We're just gonna do that. Ooh, a little too high up. So now I wanna at least highlight my brow bone. I'm still gonna do the rest of my face, but I wanna like highlight my brow bone, and I'm trying to see which color I'm trying to do. I'll probably keep it neutral. I'm gonna use this Natasha Denona Peak palette. this little mini one right here. I'm just gonna use this little, what's this shade called? It's called Shine. Is it called Shine? Is that what it's called? Or Aya? I don't know which shade this thing is called, but I'm gonna just, you know, use this light one right here and just highlight my brow bone. I just like doing this. I know some people probably haven't done this step in a while, but I like doing this because it just like again, it just gives that brow bone that highlight. It just ties in your look, you know. So yeah, you see that? Hopefully you can see a difference where, because if I didn't put anything, it's just kind of like, but then it kind of helps the makeup look, you know, pop out. So we're still gonna blend too. Key is to blend, baby. Blend, blend, blend. We're blending. So I put that, and now I'm just gonna lightly just kind of go like that, so it's not too harsh, you know, harsh along your brow bone. Okay, confession. Long form content, shooting long form content is so different from short form, because short form you kind of like get to the point and be done, get to the point to be done. Long forms, like you can kind of lollygag and just kind of do whatever. So sometimes I forget where I feel like I'm rushing and I'm like, girl, this is long form. People are meant to sit and watch this for a long time. Like, yes, you can still cut out like some unnecessary parts, but it's like, this isn't like Reels. This isn't like TikTok. This isn't like shorts. Like you can go long, you know, go long. So it's kind of something I kind of forget when I'm filming, but yeah, anywho. Okay, so I definitely want to apply eyeliner. I just want to apply some eyeliner because it like just to tighten my eyes. Oop, not that one. I have to be careful because sometimes you'll go, I want it to be like just a simple straight line across. So I'm just gonna do this because since it's a felt tip, I'm gonna have to press it in a little bit so the color can really come out. You see that? I'm not doing too much. I'm just like, I just want to like press it lightly so at least the black can kind of pull this in on my waterline. And sometimes with some looks, you don't have to use eyeliner, but for this one, I feel like I just wanted to like just see that. You see this? This is my eye. Hopefully y'all can see me. I just have to zoom into the camera like this. But this is like where I add the eyeliner, no eyeliner. And I want to like test y'all. For the ones who want to do makeup, can you see a difference? Can you tell a difference on why I chose to do this? Oh, okay, let me not say why. This is not a pop quiz. Bear with me, y'all. Shooting long form is But anywho, you see how there's eyeliner, no eyeliner. Eyeliner, no eyeliner. Let me know like your observation. Like, just let me know your observation. So just doing this here. I also gotta be careful so I don't accidentally dry out this marker. So we're doing the same thing. I'm just kind of pressing so the color can come out. But also, y'all, a fallen soldier that some of y'all don't know about, some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. There used to be this brand called literally NYC. So there was NYX and then there was NYC. NYC, I think, went out of the country or went out of business. I don't know what happened to them, but their freaking liquid eyeliner was the best. When I tell you, I was so sad when they like discontinued in stores. It was a frenzy trying to find that eyeliner. It was the best liquid eyeliner ever. Like, oh my God, we were all so hurt when it was pulled out of stores and everything. Cause I think I don't know what happened to them, but they were so good. And this was over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. So that's even crazy, even think about. But that eyeliner was the best eyeliner ever. Anywho. But yeah, I think let me see something here. Recently, for when it comes to my base, I've been doing underpainting, and you've probably heard of underpainting. So pretty much is where you do everything first, like you bronze, contour, highlight, blush before putting foundation. But the only thing is, the techniques I've been seeing for people, they'll do all that, but then they'll pile foundation like all over, and I'm like, okay, you just covered up everything, what's the point? But I got this from Aina, and I'm giving her credit because I seen her technique of underpainting, and it just made the most sense to me. And I'm gonna show you, but she pretty much did like, you know, contour, blush, technically, contour, bronzer, concealer, you know, all that stuff. But then she just filled in the gaps with foundation, which made more sense because when I saw people put foundation all over, I was like, what? what was the point of that? You know what I mean? But I like this technique better, so I want to show you guys how I did it. I've been getting compliments, so I was like, all right, you know, why not? I'm gonna show it, because again, why not? So first things first, this baby right here. If you're oily, I mean, this is for everybody, but especially my oily skin girls. This here, holy freaking grail. This is Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. She has the universal, which is clear. She just came out with a new one with this, like the radiance one. I tried it, at least swatched it. I didn't really feel intrigued to pick it up, but she does have tinted versions as well. So I highly recommend, if you can, go into Sephora and give yourself a swatch. I need to get her tinted because there are some days I just don't feel like putting anything else on my face. So yeah, but first I'm gonna go in with this because this is my primer. And I'm telling you right now, okay, so the scoop, we're just gonna have to do this. I'm telling you right now, when I apply this, my makeup be on all day. All day. And mind you, I'm an oily skin babe, okay? No shame, that's just my genetic right there. So I'm just right now applying this all over, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. But just first, don't be afraid to be generous and just, well, not too generous. You don't really need too much with this product, as you can see. Do y'all see how I've hit pan? It's fine. A product worth buying. And I bought this back in May, actually. So we're in August. So I still got a good amount of usage left in this thing. Because you can use your fingers, obviously, or you can use a little scooper that's provided. But I feel like if you wanted to get, like, if it gets to the point where it's like around the edges, then the scooper would come in clutch. But right now, I just use my fingers. So I'm just going around, and not only that too, you don't have to buy this, but I'm just saying this is a primer that I like to use. But pretty much with this step, they'll use any facial primer that you have, because that's still very much the first step. Sorry, this hair. Okay, Miss Hair, I'm not trying to, I need you to move. Thank you. All right, when you're done applying, just let it like sit just for a minute, because you know, you don't want to just go right away. Let it sit for like a minute, but then I'm gonna show you, I'm about to contour bronze next. But yeah, just let it sit when you apply your whatever primer that you have. So just let it marinate just for a little bit, Okay, so now I'm about to contour, but I'm using a bronzer for this, but there are actual contours out there. I actually need to get like me a contour stick, so it just helps me just apply things better. Anywho, I'm using from Mented Cosmetics. I don't think they're in business anymore, which is really the sad part. Oh, that's sad. But anywho, I'm using their bronzer Out of Office. I'm just trying to be careful because low-key is starting to flake up a little bit when I use it. But as you can see, yeah, done some damage. For this process step, you can use cream, but I just prefer to use the powder, whatever in the meantime. I have used cream, like a cream contour bronzer before, but I just feel like I don't feel like doing that right now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go around your forehead. As you can see, I have my heatless curls in. I pray they come out looking good, because ooh, I will cry. So you're gonna go along to your forehead. So don't rush this. So you see how I'm just kind of going in like, almost like an upside down U. Anywho, just going in like that. So we're just getting that along the forehead, you know, just getting that there. And then cheekbones. So when it comes to your cheekbones, I know it's so easy to apply it down, but then you're pulling your face down. You don't want to do that. You want to go like above your cheekbone. So as I see here, you see I'm sucking my face in. Y'all see where my cheekbones are at, right? So that means I'm gonna apply it like right above. So this one, I'm like, that's why I say I kind of want to get a contour stick, because then it's just kind of easier to line. But right now I just have to, you know, be careful. And oh, my bad, y'all. I'm using the Sephora Collection, the Pro Blush. Yeah, it's called Pro Blush 93. But I like to use this specifically for my contouring. But this can also be a blush brush, and I may get another one just for my blush. But anywho, I'm gonna pucker up. So you see how I'm doing that in a upward motion? Because I don't want it to come down. I want it to be up. I want to, like, you know, push up. So I'm just taking my time with this. So when you do this, like, I'm always stressing, don't rush, unless you're a pro and you know what you're doing. But yeah, just, yeah. Child, I feel like I'm not explaining things well, but you know what? We just gonna have to thug it out, you guys, because yeah. So same thing. I'm trying to be mindful of this mic, y'all. Jesus. So yeah, and I kind of bring it up a little bit to my temple as well. Not kinda, I am. What are we talking about? So yeah, when I bronzer, contour, whatever, I just bring that up to my temple. Don't mind me, I'm just making sure to look that I don't look crazy. And then also along the jawline as well. So don't forget about that. So this is where I just kind of like, you know, just go around like that. Don't be swiping it across. Like, just be pat, 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 and go around. Don't be swiping. Don't be doing that. Don't do that. Just go along here. Perfect. But now before I do concealer, blush. So I don't know if you guys been seeing on, if you're really into makeup, Painted by Esther. Sister girl has been killing it with like her blush technique. So before to put my concealer, then blush, but, excuse me, sorry guys. I would first do concealer and then blush, but I want that, you know, just pinked out look. And I'm using the e.l.f. Blush and the Camo liquid blush in Pinky Promise. It was the last one at CVS, I had to grab it. I was like, yeah. So right now what I'm gonna do, just gonna apply it like, ooh, this is pretty. Oh yeah. Usually people I know apply to the back of their hand and then apply to their face. It's up to you. So you can, like, I would say, get like a little clear plastic thing or get like a little metal disc, whatever. And then if you want to warm it up on your hand or whatever material but whatever item you're using to, you know, place your makeup on, whatever the case may be, and then apply it to your face, by all means. But I just thug it out and put it straight to my face because I don't care. So now I'm about to just, ooh, guys, yeah. This is so stinking pretty. Stop. Okay, I'm sorry. Mind you, I just picked this color up for the first time. I did no swatch. All I know is it was a light pink and I wanted a light pink. Oh, this is so pretty. So you see where I applied the blush, I made sure to apply it right above, like where I contoured my face, because you don't want to be having it drag down. You want to like up, like brightening around your eyes. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I picked out this color. Because you guys, I promise you, I kid you not, I was just like, oop, pink, light pink, I need it. And it was like it's probably cheaper at other stores. CVS, it is more pricey, but I did get it for like $8, but this is stunning. Guys, I'm happy. I'm actually happy because this is so pretty. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. Oh yeah, and sorry guys, the brush I'm using for my blush. It's a Real Techniques Instapop Cheek Brush. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, but I don't know. I feel like I want a more looser, like pretty much, where's my brush? So this what I use, you know, for my contour. I feel like I want to get another brush like this so it just feels more controlled. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. This is not bad, but I don't know. The way it's compacted, I'm not too much of a fan, but it's okay. It does what it needs to do. Okay. So if I understand for my babes who are kind of like not into like, you know, blush blindness, or you're still getting used to really just wearing makeup out there like that, then this stuff may not be for you, and that is okay. But I just do this first. Wow, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, this is such a pretty blush. I'm obsessed, guys. Don't mind me, I'm looking at to see how I look, and I'm personally loving it. Yeah, oh yeah, yes ma'am. Okay, blush is on. So now we're about to apply concealer. So this is what I have right now. I'm not too much of a fan of it. This is a Tarte Shape Tape. This was given to me, so I'm gonna use it till it's gone, but I am looking into getting to other concealers. Maybe like Haus Labs. I've been hearing great thing about Haus Labs. NARS is always a good one, but either or. This is the concealer I have, and I'm using this in the shade Radiant 53N. It's not a personal favorite, but it does what it needs to do. So when I apply concealer, Mind you, I have not applied no foundation yet. We're still underpainting, guys. We're still underpainting. So I put it on my forehead because, you know, you want to put the concealer where you want it to brighten up certain areas of your face. I don't necessarily contour my nose like that. I don't really feel the need to. So if you notice, I didn't really put anything like, you know, because some people would contour their nose and add the highlight in the middle. If I'm in the mood, I'll do it sometimes, but I just don't feel like doing all that. So I just leave my nose alone, but you'll see in the step. But as you can see, I'm carefully placing my concealer, forehead, eyes, then cheek, my chin. Are we okay? So this is just where we're applying right now. Okay. And also a key pro tip, let your concealer sit for a little bit. So if you want to use a fan, where your fan's at? Hold on, let me do it again. Where your fan's at? Period. Let your concealer sit just for a little bit because it just blends out so much better that way, and it gives a much better coverage. And then I'm gonna go in with a lighter concealer so it can really have my inner corner pop out. I have the Lip Bar Quick Conceal in the shade Caramel. But first, before we get to there, I just want to let this dry down first. I have my mechanical fan, but it's like over there. I don't feel like getting up to grab it. This was closer. Also, I would say letting your concealer sit and dry, this is not optional. I would say this is mandatory, I promise you. Let that concealer sit and dry, okay? This is not optional. This is not an optional step. Let that concealer sit and dry. So I'm just fanning. Okay, you guys, we're gonna blend this out. This was also from IT Cosmetics, but the numbers wiped off, so I can't even tell you what exact brush this is. Maybe if you look on Ulta's website, then you can probably find it, but my bad, y'all. So now we're gonna blend. So when I blend, we're patting. Light, like tap, pat. Don't be over here, don't do that. We're just doing a nice light tap around. Same thing, under the eye. Just a nice like light tap. Just simple, just don't be swiping, don't be too harsh with it, just light feather. Just a light feather. So yeah, just like to kind of just okay. So conceal, but remember how I said I was gonna brighten up my inner corner? That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this, just apply that in like that. You don't need to do too much, I promise you that. We're gonna do that. I said don't do too much and look at me. So I'm gonna let that sit for a bit. Okay, so we're gonna go in again, let it dry a little bit, let it dry. Usually I promise you this process, I feel it's a bit faster, but I'm just showing you guys. I have no problem showing y'all because listen, I want all of us to slay in our makeup, okay? So I want this to dry out a little bit because then I'm gonna, have this inner corner pop out. So, dang it. This also wiped off, okay. So now, this is from Rare Beauty. The number, I forgot which one it was, but if you look up Rare Beauty and look up their blushes, this should look familiar, okay? So I'm gonna go in with this and just lightly blend so my inner corner could be popping out. Look at that, yeah, nice and cute, nice and cutesy. You wanna keep it cute, keep it bright. Okay, nothing too much, Keep it cute, keep it bright. All right, so now I feel like I'm trying to see what I want to do next. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna set our concealer. That's the next step. I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to be exactly the next step, but this is the step I'm choosing to do next. So I'm gonna set my concealer. So I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Ube powder. The purple powder, I really like this powder. I like how it brightens, but I would say It brightens because, what is it? I was using another concealer from L'Oreal, but it was light. And then I was using this powder and y'all, I looked insane. I was like, ooh. Oh, so when you said he was brightening, So this is the best I can do. I don't know if you can really see it with all the lighting and everything, but she's nice and purple. I love how she applies. But yeah, I would say if you definitely want a bright under eye, don't try and get a bright concealer and then do this, because I promise you, you will look insane. So now what I'm doing, I am just patting and setting where I place my concealer. Also take your time with this. Make sure you're covering all around. Pat, all this good stuff. I know people use a pressed powder. I don't really have that right now. I'm just working with what I got. Pat here. So like you said, you're just setting wherever you place your concealer. You just want to set it. You don't want it to be just looking greasy and non-set. I don't know how else to say it. Under eye. And never be afraid to go back for more powder, of course. Sorry guys, I'm like facing my mirror right now, so forgive me. But also when it comes to these like little powder puffs, honestly, you can get them for like $1. Like please don't fall for it with Ulta Sephora where it's like $5, $6. Miss A, shop Miss A, you can get a pack of this for $1. Okay? Save your coins. I'm just saying, like just save your coins. Don't play yourself spending $5, $6 on these when you can get these packs for literally a freaking $1, okay? Like, are you kidding me? Especially because these are, would I say this is a sponge? I don't know. I'm like brain farting right now, but that's just a heads up. So when you want to get something like this, shop Miss A. Everything's $1. There's certain stuff you don't have to buy at Ulta or Sephora. Save your money, y'all, especially in this economy. Anyways, so I'm just being generous with my powder. Look at that. I am going alongside my nose, but it's not like, you know, it's a must. I'm just kind of going alongside here. But there we go. So remember, we're still adding stuff. So if you feel like, you know, you're not liking how your makeup is looking, whatever the case may be, remember, you're still working. You're still doing your thing. So give it some time. I'm trying to be careful where to set this. I don't want to spill all over. So now, this is where the true form of underpainting comes in. Now it's time for our foundation. So the foundation I'm using is Haus Labs. I love this foundation. It is so good. This thing lasts. I think I bought this I bought this literally last year. Bought this last year, still going strong. And now with this technique, you will literally save so much money on foundation. I promise you that. Whether you buy high-end or drugstore. What shade am I using in this? Does it say? Is it A92? No, that's not the shade. This is in 480 medium deep neutral. This is my shade. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. A little goes a long way for this technique. So remember, we contoured, we blushed, we concealed. So really now we're filling in the gaps. So where we're filling in the gaps, here, nose, here, and a little bit on the sides here. Not too much. And with this foundation, like I said, a little truly goes a long way. So I'm just putting a dab, one along my nose. Like, cause you don't wanna, I feel like it will be too much if you just go in with a huge plump of foundation. It'll just be a lot unnecessarily, where you could just put a little bit and then build up. I'm gonna just do that. So we're literally filling in the gaps. That's underpainting. I feel like that's a true form of underpainting. Like, shout out to Flake, because I promise y'all, people would do this and then go all over with foundation over. And I'm like, what? Anyways, so now as I place that, now we're just kind of like, you know, filling in the gaps. So this one, I'm usually a little careful for this, at least the temples, because yeah. Filling in the gaps, literally, like, just tell yourself that. When you try underpainting, you're literally filling in the gap. You're just filling in gaps of your face. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more. Literally, all you need is a dollop. I promise you. You do not need this much foundation. And for the girlies, you know, I understand makeup may be so expensive for you. Like, you want to try more high-end products, but it's more expensive. I promise you, doing this will help you save your money. So You see how I'm kind of like just kind of stamping because, you know, I'm not trying to erase the contour that I did earlier. So I'm just kind of going around because this needs some coverage just right here. I would say, okay, I'm just a little bit go a long way. So I'll just do this. Because also too, you see where I just concealed and set? I'm trying to be careful of that. So I'm literally just going around it. So yeah, y'all fill in the gaps. Just literally fill in the gaps. You do not need that much. I keep saying it, but fill in the gap. Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, when I do this up here, I'm just careful because, you know, I have both. Like, I have a lot of things going on in the forehead, so I'm just careful when I fill in the gaps up here. But yeah, and I kind of just see what I'm doing here. I just kind of like blend this a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. So now, this is what I'd like to do next. Okay, so this step next is where I like to kind of cut the contour, like cut it. So I'm going back in with my powder, and same thing. So it's kind of like I'm kind of, would I say setting? I mean, yes, you still have to set your whole face, but this step, just watch me. So I'm going under literally under where I contour. Okay? Because it gives you like that snatch look for real. When you cut the crease, it just gives you like that look, like, yeah, you really did something here, you know? So this one here, I take my time. And I know this step may be tricky for some folk. It may be tricky for you at first, but like I said, when you take your time and just, you know, you follow your face, it gets easier. But mostly just practicing. So same thing on the other side. Just trying to make sure it's not like splotchy. And that's the thing too. Sometimes people do it in one swipe, but take your time. Yeah. There we go. Face is snatched up. So we're almost done, almost there. We just now have to, of course, set the whole face. So this is a step I like to do. I first like to do setting spray. So also, here's the thing. As I'm dusting my powder back in here, because we don't waste. Hello? Ooh, I just hate how she did this packaging. Jeez Louise. Anywho. Sometimes, since I still have some blush, I'm gonna just actually go back and just do that. So this step I like to do, so with setting spray literally helps to make your makeup set in place. And then I'm gonna come in with translucent powder. I'm looking for my powder. Where's my powder? Translucent powder. So I'm gonna do this. I feel like this helps to help the makeup set in place. So because sometimes with setting spray, people like to do that. Jesus, I thought I knocked something over. I know some people do that in between steps. You can, I didn't bother this time around, but I like to just do a little one step, like one spray first and then the powder, then spray again. So at least with what I just did, they're setting in. So we're setting in, setting it in, setting it in, setting it in. Okay, so I had that dry a little bit. So now, translucent powder. So I'm also using Huda Beauty's powder in Cinnamon Bun. I love how this sets my face and the longevity of my face and everything. I'm just a fan. So now this translucent powder really helps to just, soften things, like soften your whole look. Because I know too, when doing makeup, like you may feel insecure, like, bro, my makeup doesn't look good, doesn't look flawless. You just need some powder. You just need some powder. So if you're feeling a type of way when you're doing your makeup and you're like, bro, why is my makeup looking like this? Like, what's going on? You just need powder. Powder helps to melt, like really melt your makeup in together and just like soften up your face. Cause of course you just applied all this like stuff on your face. So it looks harsh. So putting the powder is like an all together blend techniques. Okay, so I just did my face. So now we're gonna finish up with these eyes and we're gonna be done. So right now, I feel like oilies sometimes, I mean, it really depends on you, but it really pulls on a look when you also do your lower lash line. So I'm first gonna go in with some black eyeliner, and I'm just gonna use this eyeliner that I have by Revlon in the color Stay, and this color is literally called Black. So first things first, not too much because I don't want this to break off on me. I'm just gently, oh my God, y'all. So I'm just lightly going along my lash line because I want it, you know, to tie in my eyes. So you see that? Eyeliner on the lower lash line, no eyeliner. Eyeliner, no eyeliner. It just pulls it in so sexy, you know? So I'm just going in light like this. Same thing for my other eye. Pretty, but I want to add more pizzazz. If you know me, you know me. So I'm actually going to go back in with my Danessa Myrics palette, and I'm honestly going to go back in with Escapism. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with Escapism. Using this one brush I've had for years from Real Technique. I'm just going to go in and just going to swipe under like that. Look how pretty. So yeah, I'm just going to swipe under just like that. Thank you, ring. Just swipe under. Cause I just feel like it really does it when you know, you add that to the look. So yeah. And then for this inner corner, I think, what do I want to do? I feel like having that inner corner is key. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm actually, sorry y'all, I'm kind of experimenting right now when I'm on camera. But I'm actually using the shade called Heaven. It's this like pressed chrome flake that's in the palette. So I'm like, ooh, this would look pretty as my inner corner shade. And it is, so I like it, okay. Of course, if you guys don't have the same stuff that I have, improvise, you know, because that's what makeup is about. Okay, don't get in my eye, please. But yeah, don't feel bad if like you're like, oh my God, I don't really have the colors that you're using. That's fine, baby. Just go ahead and improvise. That's what makeup is for. It forces you to be creative and think out the box. And then at the best part about it, it all comes off at the end of the day. Okay? And now I'm also gonna put in some mascara because I want mascara on my bottom lashes. So I'm using, what is this? Essence Lash Princess. Very good, affordable mascara. It does a trick. So I'm just gonna go right here and just apply some mascara. I know for this step, like whoever, you never really apply mascara in your bottom lashes, this is what I do. I just take it and I just kind of like press on my lashes and wiggle just a little bit because you don't really need to do too much. Press, like do a slight press and wiggle. So press, wiggle, and that will help really bring your bottom lashes to life. Press, wiggle, press, wiggle, press, wiggle. Yeah, there we go. Now I just gotta apply my lashes and we will be done. And my lips. Okay, for lip combo, I'm gonna use Morphe's lip liner and Trendsetter. So, oh, I probably need to sharpen. Oh, I feel like I can get away with this. So we're gonna go first, lip liner. Yeah. So I like to apply a generous amount along my lips. We're gonna do that, and then next I'm gonna go in with NYX, what's this one, in Tiramisu. Such a pretty pink. This So this is just for my lip combo. I'm just showing you guys this. Oh, this is so pretty. Can never go wrong with NYX glasses, okay? Never go wrong. There's some, of course, some good high-end shades as well, but NYX, you can never go wrong. But then, I'm not done. Then I'm also going with NYX gloss. I'm gonna also use a shade Sugar High. I like how this lightens out. See that? Oh, stunning. Yeah. How that lightens it up like that? Yeah. Look how pretty. And sometimes too, I also have Sephora's Colorful Gloss Bomb in the Sephora Collection. I'm using this in Coffee Date. I like to go around, if I really want it glossy, and just go around my lip liner and just, you know, hold on, gotta be careful because sometimes a lot can come out. So yeah, I'm just applying this around. Just around the lip liner so it can really give it that colorful glossy effect. Yeah. All right, I need to put on these lashes. So the lashes I'm gonna put on, Lilly Lashes and Mykonos, whatever. Very pretty lashes. I usually have lash extensions. I prefer having lash extensions. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but yeah, just gotta be wise in this time period with funds. You feel me? So I had to go back to strips in the meantime, but that's okay. At least I know how to put on strips. So this will be a practice. I may have to do another video for that on really how to apply lashes because I learned how to apply lashes literally over 11 years ago. Saying that is so insane. Saying over 11 years ago, oh my God. But yeah, I was a freshman in college. This one college associate, she always wore lashes, but she always wore the Dollar Tree lashes where they look natural and pretty. So I just got it from her and I started applying lashes that way. Like that was one of the first things I learned with makeup, which I feel like that was a plus for me. Because I know with lashes it's harder for people, but for me, that was the first thing I learned. And mind you, I've been doing this for 11 years. So like, it's like knowing at the back of my hand. So I can use tweezers, I can use my fingers. It's just, yeah. But anywho, the lash glue that I am using is Kiss lash glue. Ooh, excuse me, not me choking on my words. But I'm using the Kiss lash glue in Super Stick. There was another brand I like, it's called Miron Ad Gem, but I literally practically ran out and I would have to squeeze for my life to get anything out of that little glue package. I don't have the time, so I had to pick up this glue. So this is what it looks like. And I'm about to use it. This is my first time ever using it. So if you're asking me how do I like it, we're gonna find out today. So I'll try and keep y'all updated for sure. But when you apply the lash glue, let it get a little tacky. Don't wait, like don't try and apply right away. It has to get a little tacky. I wish I had my mirror on me. My mirror's in my bag. And again, I don't feel like getting up. I'm just gonna have to use this mirror here. It is what it is. So yes, I'm using my fingers, but pretty much, okay. Ooh, excuse me. If y'all are hearing that, I am sorry. I am not that hungry, but my stomach is trying to disgrace me today. Okay, so, okay, lashes are on, Jesus. Okay, guys, this is the finished look. My heatless curls came out great, thank God. I just probably have to like add a little something right here. But anywho, I hope you guys had a good time with me today. I really love this look. I had an idea for it and that idea pretty much executed the way I wanted it to. But anywho, I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you're having fun, you feel more boldness with your makeup, but if not, just something to watch. I'm just glad I'm on your screen, whether it's on your smart TV, on your phone, on your MacBook, your iPad, your tablet, whatever device you're using, I'm just glad I'm on your screen, you know? Okay, so I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, bye.